What you saying, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management. It is Financial Friday, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys 8 different tips on how you can live cheaper. So these tips I give you are going to be helping you to reduce your spending, helping you save money, and also be giving you guys some tips which you probably didn't know already, which will obviously, again, like I said, help you guys live a little bit easier, save a little bit more money so you have money to spend in other areas of your life. So some of these tips you may have heard me, dive into a little bit before, but again, like I said, these 8 tips are solid tips which are going to help you no matter who you are, no matter what situation you're in, and I'm sure each and every one of you could benefit from at least 2 or 3 of these tips. So that may mean you might not benefit from every single one of them because you might not be in a position to benefit from each and every one of them, but either way, there are relatable tips for everybody to use. So before we get into that today, I do want to say, please make sure you guys are hitting that thumbs up button. We've been doing well the last few weeks, so keep that going. Keep commenting as well. I love the comments, I love interacting with you guys, hearing what you guys have to say, reading what you guys want to talk about. And as always, like I tell you guys, if you have a nice channel, if you have something you want to let me know, please let me know. I will check out your channels, I will watch your videos. Because if I want to help people improve, I also have to improve myself. And if the only way I can learn is when I learn from other people. So let me know, if you guys got channels you guys want me to check out, you got good information, you got good insightful things that you think I'd benefit from, just drop it in the comments as well. But that does not mean, and that is not to say that you self-promote under other people's comments, because that is not what we're here to do. But again, if you do comment on my video and you want me to check out your channel, then by all means, I will do that. Lastly, please make sure you guys are sharing these videos with your friends so we get them out to more people, help more people save money, live a better life, become close to financial freedom, all of the kind of things that we talk about on this channel. Now, without waiting around any longer, let's get into those 8 different tips I'm gonna give you today to help you guys live a little cheaper. So to start off with, the first one, number 1, creating a budget and sticking to it. Now, those of you who've been watching my channel for a while probably knew this was gonna come in somewhere along the line. And yes, it is there, it's number 1 because it's the most important one for me. Not only about how much you're making, but how much you're spending. Create a budget, and not only creating a budget, but sticking to it. How much are you spending each and every month? What are you spending on? Why is money leaving your pockets? What is going on in your bank statements? Do you know where your money's going? Do you know what money's coming in? Create a budget each and every month. That's if you earn 40k a year. That's if you earn 250k a year. You need to create a budget. This is going to help you live cheap because you're going to know exactly where your money is going, exactly what you're doing with your money, what percentage of your money is going towards spending, what percentage of your money is going towards investing, what percentage of your money is going towards saving, what percentage of your money is going towards keeping. No matter what you do, no matter what you do with your money, you need to have a budget and you need to stick with that budget. Like I said, you guys probably knew this was coming in along the way and you guys have heard me talk about this so many times before, so I'm not going to go too much into it. But again, just budget any way you need. Write it down, keep a spreadsheet, do whatever you need to do, but track every single penny down to the last single cent that's going out of your pockets and also everything that's coming into your pockets. 2, preparing your meals at home. This is saving you money on food. A lot of people don't realize that $4 or $5 a day, just on food is actually very manageable in comparison to $4 or $5 each and every meal when you go out. Prepare your meals at home. Spend your weekends meal prepping. Cook your own meals. Buy your own groceries. Use money on things that are going to benefit you. Don't spend money carelessly. Don't spend money that you don't have. But most importantly, prepare your meals at home. This is going to save you so much money. And like I've mentioned in the past, the money you spend on groceries, you will love it because you'll learn to cook, you'll learn to make your own food, you learn what's going in your food, you know what you're putting in your body, and not only do all those kind of things help you money-wise, but also health-wise. The funny thing is that, once you learn to cook and once you start cooking, you actually realize this is way better for you. You enjoy it a lot more. You don't struggle, knowing what's in your food. You don't spend money out and about and get addicted to spending money on fast food, junk food, eating in restaurants. You start to live a life which you didn't realize was even manageable. But again, for this point, number 2, just keep your money, save your money on food going out, and start preparing your own meals at home. Number 3, refinancing your mortgage. Now, this is an interesting one. But the thing is, the reason I put this on the list and put it there to help you guys save money in your life is because so many people out there have high interest rates. So many people have paid for a mortgage, but they've got student loan debt, they've got other debts, and they're paying very high interest rates. Refinance your mortgage. Start getting yourself lower payments. Start getting yourself low interest rates. Now, of course, this depends on what situation you're in. But again, if you have college debt, you have student loan debt, you have any other debt, of course, it could be dragging you down, and that's why you probably got a high interest rate at first when you purchased your home. But again, you refinance. You have the opportunity to refinance. Lower your payment rates, lower your interest rates. Stop spending so much money on your property when a lot of it is going to interest, not to principal. This one's a pretty simple one, but it may not be relevant to all of you. But either way, save some money by refinancing your mortgage. 4, renting out extra space on your Airbnb. So for those of you who have an extra room in your house, those of you who have a space in the garage, space, whatever you have, rent it out on Airbnb. If you're not scared, you're not worried about housing people for an extra $50 every week, $100 each and every 2 weeks, maybe $300, $400 a month, definitely rent out your rooms. There are people who need these kind of places. People use these kind of places in this day and age because they travel a lot. Maybe you're in a good location, maybe you're in a nice location, maybe you're in a quiet location. Either way, it may be an ideal situation for someone else, and they'll gladly pay money for that. If you have the space, you have the opportunity, rent it out. Let people pay you for a day or 2 days just to sleep at your place. And the good thing is it increases your ratings. You host them, give them good hospitality. You're doing the right thing to help yourself succeed in the long run. Again, if you have that extra space in your place, do not be afraid to use it. Use it to your benefit. Use it to make some money. Use it to your advantage. Use it to help you save some money. And the reason I put this on the list of, how to live cheap is because you could be using those payments to pay for your own rent. You could be using those payments to pay for your own mortgage. You could be using those payments so you don't have to pay for any rent yourself from your own pockets. That way you can save your income streams for something else. That way you can save your side hustles, your 9 to 5, the income you get from that for something completely up to you. If you've got some room in your house or some extra space at your place, use it to rent it out for Airbnbs. 5, cut unnecessary subscriptions. This is one of my favorite ways to live cheap because people have Netflix, Hulu, Disney+, all sorts of different subscriptions to magazines, to whatever they may have. And they don't need all of them. In this day and age, we have access to so many things for completely free. Just with the web, we have access to so many different things. You might not even need to get a Netflix or a Hulu or any of those streaming services anymore because purely you have the internet where you got everything you need right there. And that's why I use the word unnecessary. I didn't say cut all subscriptions, but unnecessary subscription. The ones you do not need, the ones that are purely a want. Because you save this money, you can start using it elsewhere. Maybe that money could cover your phone bill because you have an expensive phone bill. Maybe you can start saving that money up so you can eventually invest. I don't know what you want to do with it, but cut unnecessary subscriptions. They may be small, but eventually you'll see how they drain your bank account. They may be small, but eventually you'll see how they start to add up. I'm telling you, those unnecessary subscriptions will get you. And the ones that are worst are the ones you don't even know are there. Those ones that are 15, 20 bucks a month, each and every month. That's why I tell you to create a budget so you can check your bank statements. That's why you need to understand what's leaving your pockets so you know where your money's going and what you're doing with it. Save yourself some money and live cheaper by cutting unnecessary subscriptions. 6, stop buying bottled water. This is such a simple one, yet so few people do it. And the way it makes it worse that there's so many bottled water brands out there. I'm telling you, stop buying bottled water. Be smart. Buy yourself a Hydro Flask or something which is, not plastic. This is one of those expenses which just start adding up. This is one of those expenses you don't need to incur. You can get a dispenser, a filter, Kangen water, but do not drink bottled water. Do not buy bottled water. There's no point in it. I know a lot of us don't like drinking tap water, and that's completely normal. That's completely fine. There are many, many other ways instead of buying bottled water that can satisfy your needs. Bottled water is one of the most simple but biggest waste of money there is out there. It's paying $5, $10 for a pack of 24 bottled water. It doesn't actually make any sense when you think about it. Water is actually free, it's literally everywhere. And again, there are many ways you can drink water without having to drink tap water. Do not be one of those people who gets lazy and starts buying bottled water because it's convenient or cheap. It's neither of the two. It's not good for your pockets and it's definitely not worth it. Bottled water is simply overpriced. Stop buying bottled water. 7, buying generic products instead of brands. And I mean this more for food or groceries. I mean, when it comes to clothing also, but food and groceries definitely. For example, when you're buying your cereals or your bread, your cookies, whatever you may buy, the ones that have the name brand that everyone knows that you see the ads about, sure they taste good. But I'm telling you, you buy the Walmart brand, the off-brand version, believe me when I say you barely taste the difference. I know, it's normal to go out and want to buy, a chocolate brand because of the name itself, buy cereal because of the name, buy different food because of the name. But again, you'll save yourself some money by just buying the generic products. You don't need to get the brands. You don't need to get the ones which are named, which have adverts, which everyone knows of. Just be smart with it and try it out for once. Get the things which don't have any name brand. Get the things which are created by their own store. The Walmart versions are often good as the name versions. The Target versions are often as good as the real brands. It doesn't matter what you may be buying when it comes to food. A lot of the time, most of the things taste pretty much the same. You might be very picky and you start saying, oh yeah, maybe it tastes slightly different. When you say that, sure, I can understand why you say that, it might. But in reality, in the overall context of things, they don't really taste that different. You want to save a little bit of money and live a little bit cheaper? Save yourself money by stopping buying the branded names, the big names, the ones that everyone knows about, and start buying generic products. And like I mentioned, this also goes for the clothes, what you wear. You can, always want to buy the Converse, the Nike, the Adidas, that kind of stuff. But you can, if you want, just start looking at the things which have no name, which have no, Nike tick, which have none of that kind of thing. You don't always need the logo, you don't always need that kind of thing. But it depends, it's up to you. When it comes to clothes, I understand why people do want to buy the brands. But again, a plain white tee with no brand is the same as a plain white tee which has a small Nike tick here. But again, in this case, it's up to you. But I'd definitely say, please stop buying branded products and start looking at the generic things. And that brings me on to the 8th and final point. Always buy used goods. This may go for phones, it may go for electronics, it may go for TVs, it may go for clothes. Although it definitely doesn't go for food. But what I am saying is, buy used things. Buy things which are secondhand. Go to the secondhand store and buy your clothes there. If you do want to buy a Nike top with the logo and you do want to buy a Tommy Hilfiger, whatever it may be, go to a thrift store, go to a secondhand store and buy those things for yourself. But don't be that person who always wants to buy things brand new. And I definitely recommend this for depreciating assets. When you buy a car, please don't buy a brand new car. That thing is depreciating the moment you drive off the parking lot. Buy things which are going to save you some money. Buy things for cheaper. If you want to live cheaper, start buying goods which are secondhand. Start buying goods which are used. Again, you can use Amazon, eBay, Facebook Marketplace. Buy things which you like, but have been used. Oftentimes, they've probably been taken care of well, but they're just, lower priced because they've been used. They're not actually that bad quality. It doesn't really make a difference to your look, but it definitely makes a difference to your wallet. save yourself some money by buying used goods. So I do hope you guys enjoyed those 8 different ways to reduce your spending and live a little bit cheaper. As I always say on this channel, my aim is to help you guys become closer to financial freedom, more financially aware, save you some money, make you some money, and today, hopefully I did that. Tomorrow is Saturday, that means it is the weekend, and on this channel, the weekends where winners are made, the weekends where empires are built. So I do want to tell you guys to be back here for that one. As always, please check out those links in the description. We have my smartwatch brand, Tangier Watches, smartwatches for men's and women's. Please check us out. We've got a lot going on there. No matter who you are, no matter what you do, I'm sure we've got something for you, so go check us out. Add to that, we've got cryptocurrency through Coinbase, stocks through Robinhood, affiliate marketing, and also some other things going on there. So again, check those links in the description. But that's it for this, you guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I've got money making, you've got spend to be reducing. See you guys tomorrow for the weekend. Peace.